Well, you know, Ron and I have always looked forward to our first pint of spiced winter ale every time the holiday season comes up. But after that first one, we typically don't find ourselves drinking too many more of those. So winter wheat ale for us made a whole lot of sense because we can approach the spiciness that you would expect in a holiday beer, but we can do it in a much more refreshing, unique, and flavorful manner.
If you could force the peg into a style, I would call it a Hefeweizen, but there's definitely some differences in this. In a typical Victory Brewing fashion, we're going to take a traditional style and give it our distinct twist. So in keeping with tradition, we'll be using Tettnanger hops for the bittering. For the aroma of the beer, we decided to go with the Citra. And this we look for sweeter citrus hop aroma to come through in the beer. And the blend of the malts that we're using are definitely not traditional. We have unmalted wheat, we have unmalted barley, we have unmalted oats in this that are all going in that are going to be a very, very distinct flavor, a sweet graininess that's very pleasant. We want this to be a frothy, full, fun beer to drink.
In a conventional winter or holiday beer, oftentimes there's spices, nutmeg, clove, cinnamon perhaps even. We wanted to really approximate some of those characteristics through fermentation. So we wanted to employ a yeast that would give us a lot of range of flavor, spiciness, especially a clove type character. And we wanted to push the fermentation to get fruitiness on top of that spiciness.
We're going for something that hasn't been done before. So in designing this beer and thinking about it and talking about it, we have a good idea where the yeast is going to go with all of these raw ingredients, but we don't know for sure until we taste the first batches.
Okay, so in secondary conditioning, you'll see that there's still a whole lot of yeast to this beer as well. That's going to give off certain notes that may not be seen in the final beer. Still, I'm getting a lot of nice wheat character to it, certain cereal quality, lots of nice apple aromas, harvest fruit characteristics. Tart with those fruit characteristics I noted, but really full on the palate, really expansive in the malt character and also the fruit character. Certainly spiciness, which I'm really enjoying on the back of the tongue from the fermentation characteristics. I think it captures some of the clove and almost a spicy cinnamon, peppery quality to the back of the tongue.
We're getting the malt flavor from all of our grains that we're using in this beer. The esters we're getting from the fermentation. We're using a traditional Bavarian Hefeweizen yeast for this, so that's where the esters are going to come from. And primarily the citrus component is going to come from the hops.
There's certainly holiday traditions that we all know and cherish, but at the same time, the things that are on our food table, on our dining table during the holidays is a wider range of stuff. We feel that this gives us latitude to do a different take on a spicy holiday ale. And this is the challenge and opportunity we have as American craft brewers to challenge some of the normal traditions and do things that are exciting to ourselves and to you as the customer. A big winter cheers from a little glass.